Journeyman, how we doing? Come with me. I wanted to talk to you guys because it's been a while since I made a video. Christian, why are you wearing this nice outfit? Look at the kicks, dude. Look at the kicks. They're dirty on the bottom, but they're clean on the top. That's all you need to know. So, Christian, what have you been up to? Why are you dressed like this? I don't see any triathlon gear on you. That's a good, very good assessment. You have a keen eye, sir. That's because I have been studying my ass off for this real estate license test, which I just passed. Congratulations to me. The real battle starts now, though. So, before I go forward with my plan in the future, let's take a step back. Since we've already paved this route, or we paved this journey, we already went on this journey of becoming a real estate agent in Maryland, at least. So what do you guys need to pass the national exam? I don't know about the law exam for every state, but Maryland, I know how to pass the law. I know the information for that. And then I know the national exam questions and how they form questions and what you need to do. So if you want to pass the very first time. And there's a lot of people on YouTube and what have you that make quick videos. They're like, hey, do this and that and this, and you'll pass immediately, and life's good, and just, that's not how life works, though, unfortunately. I had to read over 500 pages in the last 3 days, 3 weeks, of Maryland law and for the national exam. So I'll tell you what I did, and I'll let you guys formulate your own opinions based on what I've done. So if you want to pass it the first time, this is what you do. You pre-study a little bit for a week, make you a shit ton of flashcards like I did. Memorize as many flashcards as you possibly can handle within the week. And that's the hard part right there, because you don't have the why yet, or your why is really not in there. You haven't put any skin in the game as far as money. So I did that, unmotivated. I did it though. Didn't understand why. And the class came up. I took the in-person class. Now there's multiple ways and avenues of approach to tackle this beast of passing the PSI exam, but here's the way I did it. I pre-studied, number one. Number two, I took the in-person class at Long and Foster. If you're in Maryland, I highly recommend that one, Long and Foster. In person. That way you can bounce ideas off of other people. And it gives you an opportunity to conceptualize different solutions for particular problems that might come up on the real estate exam that I couldn't come up with on my own because, I got potato brain. So, tip number one for the class, though, or tip number two, in person. Tip number three, start reading. Just read out loud to yourself. Get off of the phone. Stop fucking Facebooking and Instagramming and TikToking and stop doing all that. I mean, there's a time and place, but you can do that if you want, but you're hindering yourself for the PSI exam because it's a lot of reading. And this is why, let's go back to step two. This is why if you want to get into real estate, I just passed my exam. I'm not in real estate, I'm not the guru or anything. I will tell you as it is. The questions that come up in the class are so much harder than the PSI exam. And the instructor, Doug Barry, at Long and Foster in Maryland, actually made it a lot harder than made it sound like a lot harder than it was. But that's good though, because it makes you overstudy, or I don't think there's such thing as overstudy, but makes you calculate the risk versus reward ratio a lot more. And I just kept studying. I kept studying. So by the time I got to the PSI this morning, I was, what are you going to do? This is what I do. Now I can afford a a sports coat that actually fits. I need to get this tailored. But it's important to read. It's important to take the in-person class. If you're like me, and if you're absolutely new to real estate and you have no idea what's going on about anything, the vocab, what is market value, what is an impertinence, what is an ovation, what is, what's the contract time, when can you rescind, why, what's a breach, all this stuff. I highly recommend taking the in-class portion of the real estate exam class. So preliminary education, you need 60 hours in Maryland. I can't speak to other states. You'll hear a lot of real estate agents say that. And technically the term is called salesperson in Maryland. So let's keep that in mind. And interesting note, when you sign up or when you pass your PSI exam the first time, you can sign up to be a NAR. I mean, you can sign up at any time after you pass your PSI exam, but I didn't know this, but now I know this. A real estate agent is not the same as a realtor. A real estate agent or a salesperson or associate broker can be a realtor as well. A realtor is just a more prestigious way of saying salesperson. And in order to be a realtor, you have to be a member of the NAR, the National Associations of Realty. That's a realtor, just in case you guys wanted to know that. Interesting fact. So let's dial it back because I'm going off track a little bit. Do your pre-studying a week out, understand the vocab, just focus on vocab. I would just focus on vocab strictly. Number 2, I'm not flicking you off. Take the in-person class. And number 3, this is actually needs to be 0, but I put it at 3. You need to learn how to read very quickly and comprehend and digest information. Reading comprehension skills is very valuable in this space, in this environment. So it's on you guys. Your boy passed the real estate exam first time, like I thought I was, like I know I was going to. This is easy to me. I'm the journeyman, dude. This is the journey. I love it. All right, guys. I love you. I will be back. I'm going to start making more videos about real estate, to be honest, because this is my lane. And I might give you some insight on what I'm doing to help recover my body and my mind while I'm doing it, because you got to stay fit. You got to stay fit up here and down here. And you got to make that money. You can be dumb, but you can't be a fool. You got to make money. All right. Love you guys. Journeyman out.